What's up, Wikimaniacs? Welcome to another Monday Reddit reading episode. This week, we got a wife who returns from work with a questionable bug bite, a husband who keeps a role-playing secret from his wife, another husband has decided to have a sexless marriage, and an OP feeling nothing but joy after a divorce. Maybe those two are linked. I don't know. We'll find out. Also, it wouldn't be a Monday episode without a segment from the amazing Underbaki. And if all of that sounds interesting, we got one more story on the Patreon and YouTube membership. A kid who follows his parents' advice and punches a Nazi in the face. If that sounds sick, join YouTube or Patreon. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
Hello. Much to everyone's dismay, I did a perfect intro, unfortunately. Did not fuck up. I really wish I had. They're much more enjoyable.
You did it right there. That's definitely before the
YouTube will yes.
Yep. There's going to be a bleep that Josh has to do for this one now.
Yes.
I may have to also do with I'm unclear right now.
Is that hate speech?
Did not see that coming from Josh.
Wow. Maybe I should have put a pun in the intro, and then we could have got away with it.
There you go.
Mine is very, very obvious.
Yeah, very blunt. But I am proud of you, Sean. Other than that,
thank you. I'm not. I really like fucking it up. Yeah. But with me today, y'all, it's John and Josh, double J's, Tuesday special, live stream every Wednesday for your ass. So if you haven't been part of the 300 strong watching that, what are you doing?
Whoa.
What are you doing? Working like me? Fuck. Stop that.
Yeah. Most Wednesdays we do a live stream. I don't think we will be this Wednesday because it's Patreon only. So if you want that, patreon.com/cultivate podcast network or YouTube members. Mm-hmm. But yeah, other than that, most Wednesdays, John and I do a live stream and then we post it on Spotify, Apple, wherever you podcast. And I've been posting those with video starting this month because we can with those ones. With regular episodes, they will just be audio.
Yeah.
For now.
And you know what else is so sick, Wikimaniacs? If you go to Reddit on wikishop.com, you can cop Sean's design of the 69 merch.
I get it. Y'all hate it.
You know what? It's so sick because half of the proceeds will go to Planned Parenthood. Wikimaniacs.
Yes.
So shout out to our boy Sean there. We love you, buddy.
Yeah, they
Hang
don't.
in there.
They don't. All right, story number one. This one's coming from Best of Redditor Updates, found by, you guessed it, the designer of this month's merch. The worst merch we've ever designed.
Whoa.
Reddit on Wiki. Your boy, me.
Okay.
This is titled, My Wife Returned from a Work Retreat with a Hickey. She swears it's a bug bite, but I'm not convinced.
Oh, there is such a difference between a hickey and a bug bite.
Damn, y'all still do hickeys as grown-ass adults?
Yeah, especially if you're cheating. What the fuck?
At least put it somewhere else where they can't see it. Why it gotta be in the neck for?
Well, just don't do it at all if you're cheating.
Yeah, let's not have affairs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that part.
Let's start at that point.
John is talking about in a fully non-cheating relationship. Don't give hickeys in obvious places. I
forgot that they were cheating this whole time. I just got fixated on the hickey.
Yeah, in a consensual relationship. Yeah.
There you go.
But hickeys, where clothes is usually covered by clothes.
Think about placement.
We're adults here.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like a bug bite.
It does not.
All right, I'm 27 male in a fight with my wife, 28 female. We've had fights before, but not this bad. I'm at a loss on how to proceed. For context, we're college sweethearts and we've been married for almost 6 years. We have a daughter who's 4. Our relationship was never perfect or without challenges. We've faced some family opposition with cultural differences, but we've made it work. She's my first love and my best friend. My wife works in corporate. Her job has annual work retreats that last about a week. This year was in Vegas. I usually arrange my work schedule and tag along with her, and we make our own little trip out of it. We couldn't this year. Our daughter gets major anxiety traveling long distances. We're working on it, but she wasn't budging, and we decided to choose our battles. I stood behind and held down the fort at home. The change of plans was a bummer because the trip was a part of us reconnecting as both a couple and as a family. My wife's work hours have taken a toll, and her work-life balance leaves much to be desired. We've entertained the idea of her skipping the retreat altogether. Attendance is optional, but it's generally frowned upon if you don't go, and my wife's making connections in her field. Boy, is she ever. She grew increasingly weird. We have a system if either of us is away for extended periods of time that we keep in contact. For the first day or so, she was her normal self, but then she grew distant. I'd even text her about important stuff and be left on read, while she claimed that she never saw my text. Whenever we talked, she was rushing me or our daughter off the phone. These were all times she wasn't involved in retreat activities.
Oh,
She was getting involved in something else.
How do you, I mean,
rush
we
your
see
daughter
cheating people
off
all the time,
phone?
but rush off the phone? from
Yeah.
With your
daughter
kid,
is-
yeah.
Especially if you're not like at a work thing at
Yeah.
the moment.
Yeah. I'm networking my 4-year-old daughter. I gotta leave.
I'm neck working.
That's crazy.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Let's go, Josh.
Next merch.
Neck
Oh,
work.
there we go.
Neck work. We were supposed to have a mini birthday celebration for our daughter over FaceTime. Our daughter was excited, and it was something that my wife promised her because the retreat overlapped with her actual birthday.
Why would you go then?
Yeah, especially optional.
Optional?
Optional is
You
crazy.
ain't catching me there.
Mm-mm.
But my wife backed out because she had people up in her room after the seminar.
Oh.
It was like she wanted my permission to break her promise to her daughter. I told her I wasn't offering that, nor making her keep her word. She said I wasn't being fair and that this was a networking opportunity.
She was having an affair. That's what's happening.
Yeah. I like you are being such a shitty person. Even if she's
Yeah.
not cheating, you're being a shitty person to your daughter.
Yeah.
You're being a shitty parent.
Yeah.
Like what the story said. That shit was optional, knowing that it's gonna cross over your daughter's birthday, and you still go.
Like you have such a great excuse built in. Be like, sorry,
It's
I can't
my
go.
daughter's
It's my
birthday.
daughter's birthday. Like a great excuse. Most companies would be like, yeah, you know what? Like we do prefer you be there, but that's a good reason. Sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That net worth is crazy, John.
They were business oriented and wouldn't understand her stepping away for family time. I told her her decision is her decision, but she'd have to explain it to our daughter. She promised our daughter that she'd rain check the following day. Our daughter obviously did not understand and cried. My wife ended up hanging up and leaving me there to comfort our daughter alone.
Crazy to say, we'll do a rain check tomorrow to a 4-year-old.
To a 4-year-old.
I
Rain
don't
check?
understand.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
What is she
We're gonna have a
talking
one-on-one tomorrow, daughter.
about? Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Put it on
circle
my
back to
calendar.
this.
Yeah, we'll circle
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you read the email per my last email? The whole incident really rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't like it. She didn't keep her word for the rain check either.
Oh,
She was
that's
documenting the retreat on social media. One coworker, 23 male, was almost in every single picture/video attached to her hip. In one picture, he even had his arm too comfortably around her, in my opinion. He's a recent hire in my wife's department, and she was asked to oversee him. I don't like the guy. He doesn't seem to know boundaries. Once, in response to a work assignment, he texted my wife that she's exactly the kind of woman he needs to keep him in check. My wife had to brush him off. She feels bad for him because he's not fitting in at the workplace. She took him under
somewhere
her.
else.
She took him under her wing during his first retreat with the team. If I'd questioned anything, she'd said she was tired or networking, but there was always something. I've seen her at these retreats, and this wasn't like her. She was just off. The day before her return home, she complained about a bruise on her neck. She stressed that it was a bug bite.
In Vegas? Ain't no goddamn bugs especially in the strip. If you're gonna be in a conference, that shit is air condition. Ain't no bugs there. You know how casinos would lose money if there's a slight bug in that bitch? Hell no, you lie. Oh, girl, you a lying.
Oh, they were
bitch.
scripting all right, John.
Oh yeah, they were. Yeah,
I
they
didn't
were.
actually see the bruise until she came home, and I instantly thought it was a full-on hickey. She kind of brushed it off after making a big deal of it over the phone, and I didn't push because our daughter was present. Good parenting there. That's oftentimes not what we see.
Yeah.
But when I was able to confront her, she clung on to her bug bite claim. When I kept pushing, she asked what I was trying to imply. I outright said, I believe she had a hickey. A hookie. I believe she had a hickey, and I didn't believe she was being honest with me. We had it out then. She was offended and pissed off at the accusation. Infidelity has always been a sore topic. Her family has a history of infidelity. So we had a pretty bad fight, and she accused me of looking to pick a fight due to the incident with our daughter's birthday. I told her it had nothing to do with that and everything to do with that hickey on her neck.
Well, it should also have to do with
it should a little bit to do.
Absolutely.
The fight ended in an impasse.
Impasse?
Yep. Yeah.
Impasta.
Impasse. We're still
good
not
right now.
recovered.
That sounds good.
She's still swearing that it's a bug bite, but I'm not convinced. I've always trusted my wife. I've never doubted her, but this bruise doesn't look like a bug bite. It looks like a hickey. And I only feel more strongly about it when I consider how distant and weird she was during the retreat. Now, she's wearing turtlenecks ever since, and we were caught between arguing and her dousing our daughter and me with affection. Communication usually prevails us, but not now. I think my accusation pushed us to a new level of argument. I'm at a loss here. I really need outside perspectives. How do I move forward?
I don't think it was you pushing that caused the impasse. I think it was the cheating that caused it, and now she's feeling guilty. And
that's why she's love bombing right now. Right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, dog. I believe in my soul that she definitely cheated on you.
There is an update if y'all want to read that before we get full on into it.
No, I want to accuse him more and then be proven wrong in the update.
She really did get bit by a bug.
It was a lot of bugs.
It was a love bug that she got bit by.
It was a locust.
A lust bug.
A lust bug.
I, 27 male, wanted to give an update and thank everyone who reached out. The outside perspectives helped.
You're welcome.
Yeah. We really did our thing on that.
I did this.
Things are a roller coaster. I'm trying to process. It took a while for my wife, 28 female, and me to have any real conversation about the bruise on her neck. We were stuck between arguing and her showering our daughter and me with affection. I rarely saw the bruise because she was turtlenecked up all the time, but I did note the healing process from reddish purple to yellow. There wasn't any more discussion about the Vegas retreat. She made it clear she was done talking about it and that she shouldn't need to defend herself to her own husband. I told her she could do whatever she wanted, but I was done being treated like an idiot, and I wasn't sharing a bed with someone I couldn't trust. I moved into the guest room. Communication stopped altogether, and the silences were palpable. I can't read today, or ever.
You got this.
Even our daughter noticed. I'm not proud of that, because I try keeping her out of fights. My wife came to the guest room one night and asked if we could talk. I could tell she had been crying. She said she hated the way that things were between us, and she felt like she was losing me either way. I told her I needed complete honesty. She confessed. She hooked up with her coworker, 23 male, on our daughter's birthday.
We all knew that.
We
all
the
fucking
hickey
knew that.
was from him.
What the?
We all knew that.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew it, but like for her to be like, well, this is like I couldn't lie my way out of this, and I'm losing you anyway. So here's the truth. It's like,
Yeah.
fucking what the fuck?
Yeah.
If you'd been cool with this, you would have kept it from him. Like I don't know. Such a
terrible mom, terrible partner. Just a terrible person all around.
She said she was lost in the heat of the moment and didn't realize he was sucking so hard on her neck. By her account, they made out while doing some stuff on top of clothes and then he went down on her. It stopped there because he called her by a nickname that I usually call her. It snapped her back to reality of her actions.
There goes
there goes gravity.
She went to splash water on her face and then saw the hickey.
Cold
The guy
spoon actually kind of works, guys.
Don't give advice to these people. For everyone not cheating.
Okay, I didn't do any of that shit. I'm just saying for past experiences.
No.
Jesus. The guy made light of it and made a joke about the hickey being her souvenir. She blew up on him and kicked him out of the suite. Part of the reason she was avoiding me was out of guilt. She said she's coming clean because she doesn't want to hide things anymore.
No, what the fuck?
That's why.
It sounds like she's realized that her marriage is being lost
It's
either
done.
way, so she finally
Yeah.
came clean.
I asked her why she cheated. What was it about the guy that she deemed worth risking everything for? She claimed it wasn't even him specifically, nor is she unhappy with our marriage. She doesn't really know how to explain it, but a part of her feels broken. The more she looks in the mirror, the more she sees her dad. A cycle of being consumed with work, being distant from their child, and infidelity that he
Get
put her
therapy.
mom through.
Get therapy.
Yeah.
Sorry. I had to add it
No,
twice.
it's perfect.
Like, what the? Oh, yeah. Go figure that shit out yourself. Cheat on
Yeah,
your
that,
husband.
and you saw the cycle and the toll that it took your family, so you're
Yes.
doing the same exact thing.
Break the cycle.
Break
As,
it. What
as
are
soon
you
as you
doing?
started overworking, before the cheating, you should be like, ooh, this is step one. Of,
Yes.
Well, to be fair, a lot of people do overwork. That's not necessarily a step, but yeah, at least like confront those demons yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if you live through it, and
Yeah.
you're like, this led to then him not caring for me and then cheating.
If you're going to optional work events on your daughter's birthday, maybe you
Yeah.
should look inward.
Yeah. She said her family never talked about anything openly and how when she was growing up, my mother-in-law never addressed anything with her. I said her parents didn't make her cheat. She chose to party up with a guy who constantly disrespected our relationship. Those were all her decisions, and she
Yup.
at any point could have chosen our family instead. She agreed. She wants to blame her parents, but she realizes this one is on her. She apologized for cheating and for entertaining the guy's advances. She said she'll do whatever it takes to repair this. She'll go to HR, quit her job, counseling, anything. She wants to make everything right. I told her, I don't know what right looks like or if that's even possible for us anymore. I knew we had our problems, but I thought there wasn't anything we couldn't talk out. She insisted that we still could talk it out. We didn't have to give up on us, and she tried giving this rally cry for our relationship, but I felt very numb. I said I didn't recognize her, not just the betrayal of our vows, but also how she treated our daughter. She's like a stranger. She feels she failed as a wife and as a mother, but she
She did.
loves us both beyond words and wants our life together and our family intact. I told her I couldn't give her the answer she wanted and thought we needed to separate and reevaluate. She didn't want separation. She felt we should stay together in our home, but I told her a separation was happening. Either she was leaving the house or I was going to leave with our daughter. She consented to leaving so as to not uproot our daughter, and she asked our daughter not to be taken away from her. My wife is now staying with my in-laws, and I know that's difficult in and of itself because she doesn't have the best relationship with them. One of
Wonder
the
why.
hardest parts, one of the hardest parts is the shift for our daughter. Right now, she believes mom's just busy with work per usual, and she hasn't questioned it much.
That's crazy.
That's
You've
crazy
been
that
working
she's-
so much that your wife moving
Your
out is just a minor.
4-year-old daughter is already recognizing that. That's freaking sad.
Well,
Stuff.
No, like she doesn't recognize her mom moving out like as
Yeah.
anything much more different than it already has been. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I meant. Like, it's just
Yeah.
like, like the daughter being like, oh yeah, she's just busy because she's busy with work. Like,
It's like,
that's neglectful as a 4-year-old to be able to say
Yeah.
that. That's just disappointing to hear.
Yeah. How much have you been working?
Seriously.
My mother-in-law called me the other day. She made no excuses for my wife, but she's advocating for us to work through it. She told me times when she heard my wife describe me as the anchor that she always wanted. She believes there's something worth fighting for if I'm open to it. Despite some family opposition we faced throughout our relationship, my mother-in-law was always a supporter for us. I'm even more at a loss. I never imagined this kind of betrayal from my wife. She was my safe place. But now I feel numb yet broken. I'm in love with her. That hasn't changed, but I just don't see myself, her, our relationship, or our family ever being the same. Everything's more tense because it's so fresh. I think this period of separation is for the best. I'm not sure about divorce. I haven't let myself fully get there yet. I'm not set either way, to be honest. I don't know where things go from here, but I'm focusing on our daughter and taking things one step at a time. I feel like that's all I can do right now. Thanks for everyone for the support. It's much appreciated.
Yeah. I think what his first move is about just concern about his daughter. Right now, you can only really control what you can control in this situation, and taking care of your daughter, making sure she's whole, making sure she's safe. She might not fully understand like the gravity of the situation because I mean, she's 4 years old, and it's unfortunate that she has to experience that off the bat. I don't feel any remorse at all for like the wife. Again, she's a grown ass adult. She made those decisions all by herself. She saw firsthand how damaging, infidelity happened in her family, and for her to continue that cycle and apply it to her current family, it's like, dude, you could have. Yes, it is damaging to see that, but ultimately it's your responsibility to go to therapy and make sure that it doesn't bleed over to your personal life. You already knew that your subordinate was fucking didn't have any boundaries, yet you let that happen. And you knowing that they kind of are creepy like that and you still went with it and affecting your whole life. And not even to mention, you neglected your daughter, you neglected your husband, you lied to your husband, you overworked yourself to the point where it's like, you don't even give a shit about your family at this point. I don't feel bad for you. Yes, you want to work for it, sure, but don't expect your husband to feel the same way about you, because once that trust is broken for a lot of people, that's it. And this is just me talking from experience. If that, or a personal opinion of mine, if that ever happened to me, I'm not even gonna feel bad. I'm like, all right, well, you betrayed everything that we worked hard for. Therefore, you're out of my life. I don't even want to work for this anymore.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree with everything you just said, John. It's truly up to OP whether he wants to even continue on this relationship. That's 100% his option. I think his mom should support him in whatever he wants to do and not push him towards anything, because
that's her mom.
Oh, I thought it was his mom. Sorry.
No, it's for,
oh, my bad. My bad. Whoever. Let the fuck out. But because it is truly his choice and what he thinks is best for himself as well as his daughter. And yeah, if he just wants to move on from this relationship, that's completely fair and up to him. If he wants to try and stay, make it work, go to counseling, then she's got to put in a lot of work to build that trust back, because it takes a long time to build trust. In a weekend in Vegas, you can break it. That's what we're learning here. So yeah, and then other than that, the relationship between the wife and coworker, pretty predatory. Also
power dynamics.
Yep,
also illegal.
Especially that.
Very illegal.
In the Sean rule law. So yeah, pretty fucked up.
Yeah, I don't have much more to add. The wife, I think, is a bunch of crocodile tears. You know what I mean? It's if she hadn't had the hickey and been caught, I don't know if anything would have changed. I don't think she'd be coming clean about any of this.
Yeah, she proved she would not tell him.
Yeah,
by not telling him when he asked her, when he pushed her about it. And
the
then
gaslighting is crazy.
Yeah. I think they went all the way too. Shit, I don't think it's just that little oral shit. I think they did a bunch of shit.
I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't
but I mean,
really matter.
1% is 100% as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? So even if they made out and gave each other hickeys, I'd still be like,
bro, there's so much steps to fucking cheating. Like, there's got to be, I don't know. I think it's not just like, it possibly could happen out of impulse, but I think there's so much steps before even, getting to that stage.
It's also on your daughter's fucking birthday.
Yes. On a freaking trip that's not even required.
If there was a sign to stop doing what you were doing, it was the call from your fucking family. That's when you should have snapped out of it, not after you get called a nickname while he's eating you out. I don't think that's, I just don't
Maybe
think
that's why they rushed him. It's like, I'm currently getting
I hope
Jesus
not.
Christ.
I hope not. God damn.
All right. This one is going to be a little bit lighter.
Okay.
It's coming from r/stories. And John, I included a regular Reddit and not an old Reddit account, link for this one. Because that subreddit hates old Reddit.
I do too.
They found a way to code it to where everything is in caps at all times.
Thank God I can read it properly. The texts are so small at old Reddit. I'm fucking blind. I can't see shit.
I love old Reddit. I don't know what it is.
It's nostalgic.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's too good. But yeah, this one's coming from r/stories, and it came from the designer of this month's merch. You better believe it, John.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's absolutely me, guys. Come on.
This one's titled, "My husband has been secretly role-playing as a cat online for 3 years. Should I divorce or should I become his rival?"
I mean, hold on. Are they doing some freaky cat shit or is he like a cat daddy? What is he doing at this point?
I don't know.
I mean, if they joked around about them being a rival, maybe it's like a little cutesy thing.
I mean,
not the asshole.
It's a Monday.
Yeah, this one is interesting to me because even giving that "or" at the end of that title, like, gives me the inclination that maybe she's also into it or like willing to play along with it potentially. So I'm gonna hold my asshole judgment here, John.
Again, a Monday.
Oh,
can't stress enough. All right, let's get into it. I, 27 female, just found out my husband, 30 male, has been pretending to be a cat online for 3 years, and I don't know what to do.
Are they going to describe what them pretending to be a cat is?
Let's see. I read this days ago. So when I say let's see, I'm honestly for real not sure. Okay. So I'm literally shaking while typing this. My husband and I have been married for 5 years, together for 7. He's always been kind of quirky, I guess. Like, he talks to our cat in full sentences, but I just thought it was cute or whatever.
Isn't everyone?
Yeah. I mean, do we not talk to our pets? I don't
Kevin's like my only friend. Of course I talk to him.
Like baby talk, but
I talk to him like a full ass adult. Be like, hey bro, what you doing today?
Yeah, sometimes me and Nancy baby talk our cats, and then we like looked at our, how old they are in cat age. And we're like, oh, this is like a 42-year-old woman. Hello, little.
My mistake, ma'am.
My mistake, ma'am. I've been disrespecting you for years. Last night, I was using his laptop because mine died, and I noticed his Reddit was still logged in. I know, I shouldn't have snooped, but something told me to take a look. This grown man, has been running a whole ass cat roleplay account for 3 years. He writes in first person as a cat. Like, quote, "Human forgot to feed me today. Vengeance will be swift. Time to knock glass from high place," end quote.
I love this. I don't. I think this is so funny.
Kitty wet.
No. You just ruined it.
Not like that, John. Not like that, brother.
God damn it.
But that's not even the worst part. He's popular. Like, top posts, top awards, thousands of followers on Reddit. People genuinely think that he's a cat.
Hey, don't they get paid for that though? Like with the awards? That's money, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's money.
Oh, is it? Y'all should be rewarding the shit out of us. Dude.
Now I have even a new fucking scheme.
What are we doing? He has internet friends that think they're talking to some sassy British short hair named Mr. Whiskers.
Nice.
Immediately looking at Mr. Whiskers on Reddit after this.
Yeah, I'm going to do it now.
He gets into fights with other cat accounts about territory and kibble brands.
Wow.
I went into the rabbit hole, and this man has a full-fledged cat nemesis named Sir Pounce-a-Lot.
I love the names.
They have beef. There's literal fan fiction of their rivalry in the comments. When I confronted him, he just sighed and went, "You weren't supposed to find out about You
Cat's
weren't
out the
supposed to
bag.
find out like
It's
this.
out the bag. Jesus.
Like, sir, find out about what, sir? That I married Warrior Cat's fanfic roleplay Tumblr in human form? I don't know what to do now. He's the love of my life, but I can't look at him without imagining him typing out, "The humans have displeased me once again," end quote.
Kitty wet.
Not
No.
kitty wet.
No.
Nowhere in the story do they say kitty wet, John. Watch me find Mr. Whiskers on Reddit, the first post. Kitty wet.
Kitty likey.
Jesus Christ. Do I divorce him or do I make an account and become his rival?
Hell no, you better not divorce this guy. Come on.
How do I move forward from this?
I mean, I don't see how this is divorce worthy.
I don't think it's divorce.
Sounds like he's just
worthy.
living his best life, being a cat person on Reddit.
Yeah. I was so like ready to be disappointed and have it be sexual, like John was saying, but
That's because I like ruining
Yeah.
shit, right?
yeah. Like, well, even then I would be like, I don't know. I guess it's a conversation to have, but this is like so innocent. I truly don't see the issue in this.
It's like people, running meme pages and they're popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
the
people
same
having
thing.
a podcast.
And it's somewhat popular.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't see the harm in this. I think it'd be funny if you created a anti-Whiskers account and just started attacking him.
A standing Sir Pouncelot account.
Yeah,
I'm
something
telling
like
you,
that.
username Kitty Wet. That should be your rival
That's
name.
crazy. I don't
I'm
know.
just saying.
John is going to be the secret user behind
I
Kitty
am
Wet. He's
Kitty
taking
Wet.
that account right now. All right. Are we ready to move on to our third story of the day, boys?
I want to know what the username is.
Let's get to the secret. We got to hunt for
We
it.
will find
Damn
it. Or someone else will tell us.
That's just our new podcast going forward is the adventures of Mr. Whiskers.
Yeah, I would love to revisit this and maybe read a Mr. Whiskers adventure on an episode.
That would be great.
That would be fun.
As someone who loves like Stray, like the video game, and Cat
Yeah.
Quest,
Yeah.
Stray is so fun.
Stray is fun.
But yeah, if anyone in the comments knows the username, post it.
Let us know.
Let us know.
I
please.
will
check it
be
out.
their new rival. I have time.
I am Kitty Wet. I am the wet kitty. All
My
right,
kitty's
next
wet.
story is coming from r/marriage advice, cross-posted by Josh's goat. Hop midscore into midscore it.
We say my goat, but I'm pretty sure they mostly post your stories, Monday stories.
I don't know.
Hop into it. As you're
They
saying.
named
It's just
their
my
whole
saying.
account after you.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, this one is titled "Getting Back to Sad Shit."
Damn.
My husband has decided to have a sexless marriage.
Not fun.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you decide that. I don't know. This is tough.
It has
Feels
to
like
be
a
mutual.
consensual-
Though. It has to
Yeah.
be mutual that it's something that you guys are not going to be doing, and then
But if
You're
he
gonna-
also doesn't want it, that's his right. So
That is true. That is
also
true.
yeah. But if you're not down for
But
that,
it's no
that's
longer
something.
a marriage, right?
Yeah.
It's,
That's something that you got to
time
separate for.
that's
Exactly.
a separation, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It starts like this. I am at a loss. I'm less than 1 year postpartum. My job has been an absolute shit show since I returned to work. I work full time and I am the primary parent most of the time during the work week. I'm in therapy. I've also been on antidepressants. I am exhausted in every way.
Okay, hold up. You're both working full time, yet you're the primary parent?
Sure seems that way.
Shouldn't that be like a 50-50 type
Like
deal?
both. There should be no primary parent. It should-
This better be that one post like, well, my husband's not attracted anymore ever since I gave birth. I have a
hope not.
feeling it's going down that route if it's a sad story.
Even though we had sex 4 to 5 weeks ago, which I initiated, it was spontaneous and it was something I haven't done in a very long time, to be honest. He told me today that now he has confirmation that we have a sexless marriage because I can't change fast enough for him. He told me
Yep.
that my lack of intimacy and lack of sex has been a problem for almost 10 years. He has stopped all intimacy with me and has stopped initiating sex beyond saying, well, I'm always down to have sex, end quote.
That's not just an open invitation. You gotta also initiate as
Aroused.
well. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
I'm always down is not really setting the mood.
Yeah. That's not initiating. That's just being complicit in whatever happens.
Also, if you felt that way for 10 years and you haven't opened your mouth the whole time, you're kind of a dick about it. And it just so happens to be so convenient that you're saying this now she's postpartum.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We are looking into couples counseling, but he has no desire to go for himself. I am spiraling. I don't know what a sexless marriage even means. Does that mean he will go find sex somewhere else? My trauma around abandonment is getting incredibly triggered. Does anyone have anything hopeful to say? I'm terrified that this is the beginning of the end. Update. No, I am not a bot or fake. I've never posted on Reddit and I am not a frequent user. Also, others have mentioned that I have a busy life, and as you can see above, I need to touch grass as much as possible for my mental health. I haven't really answered many questions because I value my and my family's privacy. Moreover, I asked for helpful messages based on how I was feeling at the time. I'm not going to provide more personal details for people who only want that information to further judge and shame me. Clear. I wonder if she got roasted in the comments. These are
Anyways, it's weird.
Well, probably from incel box.
Yeah. 3. Clearly, communication is an issue my husband and I can both improve upon. Me and my husband were able to talk since I posted, and he is no longer being cold and distant. For curious minds, yes, we had sex recently thanks to a dear friend's new batch of shrooms. Thank you to those who wrote kind, non-judgmental, and thoughtful responses. There have been many perspectives offered that are helping me navigate this.
I will say this though, like we kind of reacted on in the beginning. You work full time. You are just postpartum. You're going to therapy. You're on antidepressants, and yet it's still kind of like in your responsibility to kind of initiate intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm kind of going back on what I said earlier. Like if he had felt that way for the past 10 years and he didn't open his mouth, that's his damn fault, bro.
Yeah.
Like if intimacy is something that's very important to anyone in the marriage, and if that's not communicated, yes, it would be nice if like, things are reciprocated or it's just a spontaneous moment. Sure. Like I get that that's a nice thing. However, his situation for me is I still think it's weird. It's just why all of a sudden he's saying this now, unless there's some sort of like loss of attraction because of the, giving birth. That something's more icky to me in this situation.
Yeah, and it doesn't even make sense if you even think about it. He's like, "Oh, I'm upset that you haven't been initiating sex as much, so we're gonna have a sexless marriage." It's like, what do you get from that? Like, what?
Yeah,
what
like
does this
he's also
upon?
punishing himself.
Yeah,
like, what are you doing in this?
I wonder, like, she was right to guess, like, okay, is he just saying this so he can like justify
opening
try
up
and find sex elsewhere?
Yeah, but then that would be cheating. And her answer is just leave this motherfucker because she sounds like she's doing everything anyways.
Yeah. And he's not even willing to get therapy himself.
Yeah.
Like, well,
only couples.
What fucking effort are you putting into this relationship at all?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Very
Like,
little.
And that's
I
like a
don't know.
low bar for guys. Like, and this is just saying me as like a full on straight dude. Yes, we're fucking down to clown whenever it's convenient. But it's not just because like we're, I'm gonna say because I don't want to, lump everybody in. Just because it's like that doesn't mean that it's an automatic go whenever, right? It's like, yeah, you have to initiate the romance. You got to make sure both parties are up for it. Like, that's part of intimacy too. Like, intimacy doesn't just include sex either. Like, are you, showering them with praises? Are you giving them like spontaneous gifts? Or like, are you, saying some words of affirmation to them? So
are you maybe being a better parent?
A better parent, helping out your wife. Maybe she's stressed out. Maybe she's, like doing like things happening to her body.
Out. She's definitely
because she just went through shit and she's going through shit right now. So I don't know, buddy. Like I don't trust your husband is all I'm saying.
Yeah, he sucks. I'm not even saying I don't trust him. I say I hate him.
Yeah. It sounds like they had sex recently and he's more open to talking, but he needs to be more than open. He needs to fucking put in work because sounds like he ain't doing a lot of shit.
Be a fucking adult. I don't like, this is where I'm at. He's like blaming his wife for not initiating. but it like she's doing everything. It sounds like she's working full time. Primary caregiver has to initiate the sex because he won't do it. It's like, what do you bring to this fucking relationship other than, week old shrooms or whatever it was? Like, I don't know. It's, to me, this guy does need to work on himself, and the issue is he's not willing to. So I don't know. I don't see this going a great spot. I hope marriage counseling helps. But
it even shows up.
Unless y'all got a bunch of shrooms, I don't think that's going to fix the problem. You know what I mean?
And I don't know. I don't know the whole deal about it too. It's like, won't that fuck up with your current state if you're taking antidepressants and you're taking shrooms? That's gotta fuck up your chemicals in your brain.
I don't.
I'm not the expert on either of those things.
Same. That's why I'm asking. It's just like, are you gonna chemically imbalance your brain even more if you're doing all that while being in medication?
Yeah, I know certain ones you're not supposed to drink.
For sure.
I don't know about mushrooms. I don't know
that a lot about mushrooms, unfortunately. All right. This last one, unless you're a patron or YouTube member, is coming from r/off my chest, cross-posted by Ground Score Strawberry Bunny.
Let's go.
Also, there was a moment very recently where I almost said mid-score at work, and I got so mad at myself.
Hey, shout out to the GOAT Mid-Score. Hey, you made our subreddit like top 5 podcast subreddits in all of Reddit.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Mid-Score.
I don't know where we are now, but
I don't know. Last time I saw it was 5.
The fact that we're
even sniffing that, you know what I'm saying?
That is crazy. And just a credit to her work. So thank you.
Absolutely.
This one is titled, I confronted my husband about housework and he left me.
Not a great response. What the fuck?
It does get happy. Let's get into it.
Okay.
After years and years of fighting about housework, I gave my husband an ultimatum. Get his act together or leave.
I like that he's like, nah, I'm not going to get my act together. I'm just going to fucking leave. What the fuck? I mean, I guess that's what the ultimatum is for, but Jesus.
And to really show yourself.
Yeah, what a piece of shit.
He left. I was not expecting that. But he said it was clear that this ultimatum showed I didn't respect him, that he could never be with a woman who didn't respect him. He moved into the spare room for a few months and then moved out and in with another woman.
Oh, he's been cheating the whole time. That's why.
The speed with which that happened suggests the other woman may not have been a new thing, although he maintains that they were just friends prior to our separation.
I'm sure.
Questionable. Apparently, she made a move as soon as he was free, or at least that's his story. My reaction? Whatever. When I met his new girlfriend, rather than feeling resentful or jealous, I just wanted to hug her and thank her for taking him off of my hands.
Hey, thanks for taking a trash out.
he never would, so I'm glad you did.
Yeah. Here's my recycling. You can have it.
Also, she's very pretty, which people seem to think should make me feel worse, but actually kind of makes me feel better. A part of me is like, at least I kept him for a while despite the competition. The property settlement is a little bit more tense, though. I have been the primary income earner and caregiver throughout the relationship, and I will continue to have primary care of the kids. He nonetheless asked for half of everything, citing his future needs and all. I don't know whether he was expecting me to fight or to get angry, but I just agreed. Put the house on the market and sold the shares to give him half, and we're working through some other stuff, mainly because of legal complexity rather than apportionment. I've moved into a 3-bedroom apartment with the kids. I have a dog park down the block, no pool, no yard, nor food on the doorstep, and no need for a car. The kids and I have time to enjoy being together, and without dad around, we kind of get to do our own thing. Kind of wonderful.
Hell yeah.
I feel so guilty for feeling so good. He's the only man I have ever dated, the only man I have ever kissed, And after so many years of marriage, good times and bad, and our beautiful children, I keep thinking I should be hurt. I should cry or scream at least, maybe feel bad. But actually, I feel relieved. And I feel nothing but relief. I do feel a little bad for the kids. Or I put a little. She put bad. Because fuck them kids.
I feel a tad bad. No, they're probably just like, fuck yeah, dad was useless.
Yeah, that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you shouldn't feel too bad. Well, I do feel bad for the kids. Divorced parents are not ideal, and I have to deal with some passing guilt about that. If I'm being honest, not enough to change my mind that this is the right decision. I know my reaction seems strange. Maybe there is something wrong with me. Maybe I was just never invested enough in this relationship to begin with. Maybe I don't really know how to love, but at least I finally know what happiness is, and that's a wonderful thing.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't say you don't know how to love. I just feel like you value yourself in a high regard, and as you should.
Mhm.
And you kind of, I always get pissed off when, people don't like doing their share of the chores because it's like, it's your house too. So why shouldn't you take pride of that?
Mhm.
And don't get me started with it should be like the woman's job to clean the house. No, it's not, bitch. It's fucking your house too.
Yeah.
Do your damn part. So yeah, and I just think I'm glad that OP has this outlook because a lot of people, and I wouldn't blame them because this is your whole life crashing before your eyes. And it's so understandable why people would like fold in these scenarios or like, people would like have a hard time because kind of what she said, he was like her first for everything and only for a lot of things. So I'm glad her outlook on life is so positive because it's only going to go up from here because you got rid of dead weight. And it seems like your life and whatever life ahead you have with your kids, it's going to be good times from here. So wishing you the best, OP.
Yeah, I like that she sees it like more like life is blossoming than like life is crashing. Yeah. Like she is, like John said, just the most positive outlook on this thing.
Yeah. I will say the irony of him being like, I won't be with a woman that doesn't respect me in the process of not respecting your wife enough to clean up after yourself or, do your part of the chores. Like just really sink in that irony there. I will also, and then the other thing I was going to say, because I agree with everything John said, but just adding on, she mentioned like feeling slightly bad for her, kids, my friends who have divorced parents. I've heard from most of them that it's like, yeah, it's better because then they're not, fighting. Well, they're not fighting, and then like they're happier, like as parents, so they are like as people, so they can be better parents.
Yeah.
So I would say this is probably a better case scenario for your children as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It's much better to give them an environment that's like positive vibes rather than like putting them in a,
tension.
That is, you're just
setting bad examples.
Yeah. You're setting your kids up for like some like childhood trauma of that shit. It'll be, I can't imagine it would be a good example or a good experience to have your parents fighting all the time. Also, the fact that she was like what Josh said, get better or leave. And he's like, I have to leave. There's just no chance I'll ever not be a piece of shit, unfortunately.
Yeah, this guy sucks so much he won't even clean up his act.
All right. Was there a pun in there that I didn't?
Yeah, clean up.
Clean up his act?
Oh, suck also?
Oh, yeah, I
guess.
As
like a vacuum. I'm digging.
You're digging. I didn't even think about that.
I'm so paranoid. I'm like, what have I fucking missed?
Just sweep that under the rug.
Oh, God. All right, guys. It wouldn't be a Monday episode without a segment from the amazing Underbaki. So let's get into it. This week we got, does this guy fuck? You guys know the vibe. I don't have to explain anything to you guys. Dab on him. Or that wasn't even a fucking dab. Dab on him. Watch me dab. Watch me now. All right. This first post is coming from r/not how girls work, and it's titled, "Is this what men tell themselves when women reject them?"
Incel, huh?
Yeah, and it's a post from what looks like Facebook.
It's not because I lack personality.
I'm just so nice. That's why I wrote this heinous, awful Facebook post.
Super evil.
Because I'm so nice. All right, here we go. It's crazy. There's a girl in my street.
In the street?
And she acts like she doesn't like me.
I hate to tell you, brother, it might not be an act.
I don't know you exist, buddy.
But I'm spiritual. I can tell she's
You
always
ghost?
thinking of me. When it's just us in the streets, she's always anticipating a conversation. She's in fear, I think, and rightfully so.
I think that's just a reactionary thing. It's like, who is this
To your
creepy
creepy
motherfucker?
ass.
This guy always comes up to me to talk to me.
Oh, here we go. This is where it gets super weird. At night, she connects to my soul and has spiritual sex with me.
What the fuck?
I wake up immediately and go with the flow. I can feel that she's so highly securely attracted to me. The way she gets turned on, even if I'm on semen retention. What the fuck? I can easily bust a big nut. She's shy to approach me and find a way for me to smash her physically and make her dreams come true. How should I go about this?
Don't.
Most girls don't even like guys up front. You always got to play a little game of cat and mouse to win.
No. No.
Oh,
You sound like a predator.
a serial killer. You
Yeah.
sound like a goddamn serial killer.
You spiritually fucking them in your head.
Leave her alone forever.
You need help. You probably need to be, sent into a psych ward or something because you are delusional.
Again, we are not,
No, but
No,
like
no,
you
allowed to
are.
diagnose, but I
I'm
think this
diagnosing
one's
this
kind
guy.
of clear.
You sound like a danger to society.
Very
Yes,
much so.
because she's anticipating like having conversation with you because she's probably scared of you.
You're probably
Yeah.
staring at her at the bus stop
Yes.
or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. I'm very worried.
Me too.
Leave this woman alone.
Yeah.
Get help. And then, after quite a few sessions and you become a healthier human being, then maybe approach the dating pool. But right now, you are a danger, I think, dude. You also
Yeah.
sound like
Everyone.
one of those gooners because you're like semen retention.
Yeah, what the fuck is? I've never even heard those things.
I'm just not having sex.
Well,
Is
obviously,
that
I
what that
haven't heard
is?
what that is.
Lifetime.
Can you
road trip.
dig it, sucker? Sorry, Josh. Wrestling
Oh.
term.
No, I
What a
figured.
fucking great theme song. I'm just playing it in my head right now. It's so good.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
This next one's coming from r/creepy PMs, which is an unfortunate subreddit.
It's PMs like DMs?
Private message.
Yeah,
Okay,
Okay.
creepy private messages.
got it.
Unfortunate that this is a thing.
Yeah, gonna go with no on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of these guys ever.
It's titled, This is from a reply to a highlight from a year ago when I was 16.
Illegal.
Wait.
Predator. Yes.
Exactly right. Wow. This person needs to go to jail.
Oh my god.
Immediately jail.
Oh, it's going to be terrible when you start
this-
with that.
Random stranger replied to a story highlight of a 16-year-old. Quote, they def bounce when you jump, and I'm afraid I need to inquire more.
Death bound. Talking about her body?
I can only imagine.
Yeah. Her chest, I imagine, is what he's talking about.
You're staring at 16-year-old, you creepy bitch.
Oh, that's so
Jail.
fucking weird.
Yes,
jail.
jail.
Yeah.
Also, even if she was of age, to a stranger, that's what you write to a stranger?
yeah, true. Also,
Jail, even if legal age. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Also, what are you doing following 16-year-old?
well, she's not 16 anymore, right?
She's
what-
17.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought I didn't hear what age she was now, but yeah, crazy.
This kind of reminds me of like, I think I've seen it on TikTok at some point where like people are starting to sexualize, what's Millie Bobby Brown or something like that. And they're just saying like some unhinged. I mean, she's also like 21 now, but like they're saying like, they're like comparing her body when she was younger. I'm like,
Oh, no.
why are you guys doing that? Like, of course she's an adult now, but don't fucking be looking. What are you doing? Like, leave her alone.
Well, wasn't it famously Drake that was being weird about that?
I mean,
Aubrey.
Drake likes him young.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, these people need to be locked up.
Search the hard drives. Put them in jail.
Locked
For
up.
real.
Psych eval.
Everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, this next one is coming from r/creepy guys.
Jesus.
No title.
Giving it away.
Just the longest post of all time. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Same guy came to my job 3 different times and hit on me. For some context, I'm a 16-year-old female fast food worker.
Here you go.
Oh.
Jesus Christ, y'all. I was working front counter service, serving guests, when 4 guys walk into the restaurant. I was serving a guest when they came up, and this guy comments on my manager pouring tea into a different container. I laughed. This was when he noticed me and commented on me, laughing at his joke. Then I'm done serving the guest, and his friend starts ordering. It's fine, but this guy is still talking to me. At this point, he's hitting on me. He asks for my number and says we should go out. Then one of his friends tells this guy to stop. And I reply, I agree with this dude, and laugh. I'm an awkward kind of person. Of course, he comes back with a, I see how it is, and leaves since his friend was done ordering. As he's leaving, he says, bye, my name. I'll see you later. Sounds like a threat.
That does sound like a threat. Also, shout out to the friend for being like, yo,
calling it out. Yeah.
Stop being
cut
creepy.
the fuck out.
I laugh, and I thought this was over. He then comes back to the counter to get a refill, and I dip. I was not going to go through another awkward situation. And fortunately, my manager was able to get a refill for this guy. I thought he was going to forget about me, right? As he's leaving the restaurant, he yells, we're still on. My name, I'll see you later, and some other things. I was done, so I said the sassiest, sure, and laughed it off. I was so embarrassed. Like 2 weeks later, and it's really busy, when I think I recognized the guest coming up to order. It was the friend of the guy who hit on me. And sure enough, that guy popped out from behind his friend saying, hey, do you remember me? I was shocked that this guy was back and that he remembered me. I answered vaguely because I didn't want to let him know how embarrassed I was, so I pretended I didn't know him.
Yeah, that probably killed his ego.
I sure hope so.
I hope so.
I really didn't want to serve him, so I was so glad when he went to a different register. Okay, so I was creeped out by the fact that this guy remembered me after 2 weeks. I don't know. Okay, so the next part is recent, like a week ago. It's been like 2 months since I had last seen him, and I thought I'd never see him again. Last week, I was running food out to a customer when I thought I recognized a guy. And it was him. And it was too late. I had to give the food to his friend, so I went over to their table, and he said, hi, my name. I awkwardly replied, oh, and then I dipped again. He left, but this time I told my manager about him just in case. Because it's understandable for you to see a customer twice, but I had only worked 2 days a week, so 3 times is honestly a little too much for me. I guess it's good to note that this guy was like in his early 20s, and I'm literally 16 years old.
That don't matter. That is still predatory.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Which means I'm not interested at all. Is it creepy that he remembered me after 2 months?
Yes.
Since I'm an awkward person, I tend to make things bigger than they actually are. So sorry if I seem dramatic.
No. Repeatedly going to your place of work, harassing you at every chance that he gets. You're not over exaggerating. Like, you are being harassed right now.
But also literally illegal. Like, you are 16.
That too.
He is in his 20s. He should not be hitting on you. Like, that's disgusting.
The only thing I wish is that the manager, if it's the same manager over and over, I kind of wish they stepped up a little bit and said like, hey, you're not allowed in the restaurant anymore because you're scaring my employees.
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to do that because capitalism, but
yes,
you would
unfortunately.
You would hope there would be a good manager that would step in and do something.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the fucking creepy dude at Chili's.
Yeah, the R. Kelly song one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, it does remind me of that too.
Except this person's even more trapped because it's the place where they work.
Yeah. And
Even
also
worse.
3 years younger than the girls we talked about in the Chili's story.
Yeah, because they just turned 18 and 19, right?
Or 18, 19. Yeah. So disgusting. This guy is a pervert.
Big time.
I don't know. Fucking be normal, people.
Just be normal, people. Stop harassing workers at their job. Just get your fucking food and eat and leave, dude.
Waiters, waitresses, they're paid to be nice to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not a hint. They're not flirting back.
They're not.
And outside of 16, which is weird aside, like if someone says no, take it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. All right. I think before we end it, it's a solid all three of those guys. Zero fucking, of course. I almost forgot to ask. But
they should all go to jail.
The one guy's doing semen retention, so he's definitely not.
He's definitely not. All right. That's it for this episode. Before we end it, I got a few Venmos to read. Josh, I could tell you're going to love some of these. First one is coming from Annie, who writes, to support either the emotional damages or the celebrations of John Cena turning heel at Elimination Chamber, depending on how you look at it. Annie sends $5.
I'm celebrating, Annie.
I think we're all celebrating, Annie.
Yeah, I think some people in like the comments were wondering what your thoughts on his heel turn was.
Oh, it is great. And it also speaks highly about Cody Rhodes as a character right now. The fact that you were able to make John Cena turn heel because you are now QB1 of the wrestling industry says a lot about you. You did good.
It says a lot that Cody can get kids to say fuck John Cena. And it says a lot about John Cena that he can get adults to say go John Cena.
He's saying like Santino Marella.
John
go John Cena.
All right. Next up, we got Anna, who writes, am I the only one who thinks the intro music is kind of anxiety inducing? It's been a while, but it just sounds like that very popular 2017 HQ trivia game show music.
Ooh, I did win $20 there one time.
Whoa.
Yeah, I did win like $5 at one point.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever did that.
That was a moment in time.
It was. Like, was it what, noon every day or something like that?
Yeah, they had a couple times later on. What the fuck ever happened to that?
What's the host name again? Was it Scott? Scott something?
Yeah. They tried to replace him at one point.
Even know what that is.
They got bought out by like some big company, and it kind of died down from there.
Yeah,
right?
maybe.
Kind of
as
like
most things do. Huh?
Yeah, true.
All right, and then Anna also writes Houston, Texas, and then lists a bunch of restaurants in Houston, Texas.
Nice.
I'll read through very quickly. A lot of these are very good. Moon Tower, Brazil Cafe, Mueller's Bakery, Kolache Factory, Tacos Tierra Caliente, Double Trouble, Guadalupana, La Tapatia, Bucky's, Thai, Rice Village, Nico Nico's, Tacos A Go-Go, House of Pies, Oishi, Fat Bao, Tree Beards, Laredo Taqueria, Bubba's Texas Burger Shack, Pink's Pizza, BB Barnaby, and Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo Barbecue. Whoa. So hungry right now.
So
all right, Anna sends 20 cents. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna.
Next up, we got Anonymous, who writes, y'all are my favorite podcasts. I gotta ask, how can I do a listener write-in? I'm scared of posting on Reddit, but I broke the Sean rule about 6 times in my early 20s and have a few insane stories to show for it. Let me know if there's a possible way to write in other than Reddit. I'd love to hear y'all's reactions. Spoiler, one of them involves my date picking up dog poop with his bare hands and then holding my hand immediately after.
No way.
And that's the least crazy of my stories.
What the fuck?
P.S. I want to send more to support, but I am a poor. But this time next year, I'll be done with grad school. So when I'm rich, I'll go from 69 cents to $69.
Oh, hell yeah. In terms of submissions, we are terrible, honestly, at finding submissions. I am personally anyway. Where's the best place you would recommend, John? I know we have the Discord, but if they're wanting to do it more anonymously.
I would say if you were going to respond back to like Sean's Venmo, just send a private Google Doc or something.
Yeah, like a shared Google Doc.
Yeah, and then just share it to him so that way no one else can see it but you, and just give us permission for it. And then maybe we'll read it one of these times, or at least Sean will, because he'll have access to it.
Yeah. That would probably be the best case.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Lilith, who writes, sending $5 to Venmo and $5 to PayPal for every goal my Las Vegas Golden Knights score against Josh's Leafs.
They were, so as this game was going on, it was a late night game for me. They were sending messages in the Discord and
getting roasted.
They destroyed us. So we got a lot of donations that day.
At least the pain of the loss will go to a good cause, Josh.
Yeah.
$10 total she was sending for each. So she sent $5 to Venmo, $5 to PayPal.
Yep.
And she sent a Venmo message each time.
Yep.
So here we go. Just scored goal number 1. Go Knights, go. All caps. Goal number 2. Gotta make you cheer against Josh's team. All caps. Goal number 3.
Damn.
BGK owning the first period.
Yep.
The all caps continued. Goal 4.
They scored that much?
Scored 5, I think.
Holy shit.
They sent another one.
Yeah.
$5 for 5 goals. And then one last one. Final score of 5-2. So here's $5 more to celebrate the Golden Knights winning, with a total of $30 sent by Lilith. And that's just Venmo. I'm sure Lilith sent some PayPals as well.
They did. I'll read them out on next Monday's episode when we do a PayPal read. But yeah, I mean, the Leafs are terrible. Come on. What are we doing? I appreciate the donation, but you had to know you were giving away money at that point. And I appreciate it. It goes to a good cause. So.
Have they been bad all season?
No, but they always get terrible in March and then terrible in the playoffs. They are great December, November, January, and it's just shit. March and April.
Kind of like my Phoenix Suns, who's not even going to sniff the playoffs this year.
I will be in the playoffs.
It feels like being a James Harden fan.
Yeah, well,
that's true.
It's like
he did disappear.
Get to the playoffs and then crawl to the playoffs is basically what it is. Just disappointment every year. You'll see me sad in the end of April when they're out of it. Brother.
Next up, we got Melissa, who writes, new listener here and soon to be Patreon member.
Oh yeah.
I feel so lucky to come across a podcast that's actually funny with 3 men who aren't terrible people. Please, please, please bring back another courtroom episode. I need to hear Persecutor Sean, spelled SHYAWN, fight for his life on the stand again. Melissa sends $10.69.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Melissa. And welcome to the crew. Yeah, I mean, the courtroom episodes are super hit and miss for people. But we can take a crack at it someday.
Yeah. Sometimes it's rough.
But sometimes.
I mean, the first couple of times are really gold.
Yeah.
Because it's just hard to find stories that aren't just incredibly horrible.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And then like you're doing mild stories, which aren't fun to necessarily hear. But yeah, it's a balance.
It's a tricky balance.
And like, that's all improv on this pod too, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
We are not classically trained comedians.
Oh, absolutely.
If you haven't noticed. Next up, we got Claire, who writes, trying so hard to think of something funny and clever to say. I've got nothing. Love you, boys. Go Bills. Claire sends $4.20 this amount, dude.
Please enjoy Joey Bosa and Josh Palmer, because they left us.
Yeah, but you got Najee Harris.
We got Najee Harris. We got Mekhi Becton. Boy, that right side is gonna eat, baby.
Let's go.
International House of Pancake season coming up.
Next up, we got John's favorite Wikimaniac, Barefoot Conrosa.
Hey.
Who writes, Happy International Women's Day.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for your support of Planned Parenthood during Women's History Month. I'm also really excited to share and celebrate that I got a big promotion this week.
Oh, nice.
Barefoot Conrosa sends $10. Congrats to you, Barefoot Conrosa.
Thank you.
John said it very swiftly. I don't know if you heard it.
Yeah, he was there. We could listen to him say it again.
Congrats.
There we go.
There it is.
I'll make that a button, maybe.
Next up, we got Desiree, who writes right back. I heard if I sent $1, I get a belated birthday shout out.
Gotta pay $9 more, Desiree. What are you doing?
I am a goat, but a YouTube goat. Thank y'all for literally being y'all, helping the U.S. homies during this doomed time. Love y'all. P.S. Can we see more of your fur babies? Desiree sends $1.69.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Happy belated birthday, Desiree.
Happy birthday.
Happy belated birthday. You got to join the Patreon $10 tier, Desiree. Much more of what you're wanting is there.
That's all I'm giving you is happy belated birthday.
I'll give you Artie's, but
are you not entertained?
Artie's honestly been on for most episodes for the past like
already chilling.
Few months.
Feels like a while.
Yeah. He loves it there. She's turned away from me right now.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Brenda, who writes, been listening to y'all for 4-ish years now.
Woo.
2 years as a rich, though.
Hell yeah.
So I'm embarrassed that this is my first Venmo.
You should
I keep meaning to do it, and then I completely space out and forget. Thank you, ADHD.
Hell yeah.
Brenda sends another Venmo writing, you 3 kept me sane throughout engineering school, a short bout of unemployment, and finally achieving my final form, aka becoming an aerospace engineer.
Oh, I know you got money, baby.
Holy shit.
Thank y'all for being you. Genuinely. P.S. I'd really like to ask Sean, spelled SHAUGHNNE,
whoa,
a favor. Any chance you might bring back the Gaycation merch? I really wanted to get it, but was swamped at work and lost track of time. Anyway, this is me paying my past due donation balance from all those times that I meant to do it, but forgot. Brenda sends $71.76.
Holy shit.
But those were all separate Venmos. The first one was $69.69. The following 3 also were 69 cents each, which totaled $71.76.
Oh, I see. Crazy.
Thank you.
I mean, thank you very much, Brenda. And congratulations on the new job.
Hell yeah.
Badass title, aerospace engineer. Sheesh.
Yeah. We should bring back the Gaycation merch for summer.
Yeah.
Like a summer drop.
Yeah, we should, but we won't. You'll see it in November and you'll be happy. All right.
I'll do it behind his back.
No, I'm on that shop. I'm in there 5 days late, but you better get it in those 5 days before I come and snatch it off.
We'll call it the Josh Summer Sale.
I'm sick of all of Josh's shirt getting all the love. All right. Next up, we got Trisha, who writes, gotta support the boys. Y'all are so wholesome. Thank you for being amazing, or thank you for the amazing content and for getting me through many a work day.
Damn, you didn't call
Trisha
us
sends
amazing?
$10.
It's just what we do is amazing, not us being amazing. Just, come on.
Well, the podcast is kind of us.
The content is amazing, and it's almost 100. No, not really. We're probably 50% us. 50% is our listeners, if we're being quite honest.
Yeah.
They make a lot of our content.
It's 100% Sean that makes this podcast great.
Exactly.
I don't know. There's 300 people watching it without me every single week. It's like, where's the loyalty? People
start watching that shit. If you were there, would have been 600 people.
Yeah.
Let them get the hint to stop doing this.
Bitch, we're trying to get you out of it.
I know. I'm just joking. I'm joking.
But thank you, Trisha, for that.
Thank you.
Next up, we got Mindy, who writes, here's John's angel number. Been working my way backwards and finally made it to the Octa update episode. Please, 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 for the love of her, watch the MTV movie Joe's Apartment starring Jerry O'Connell from 1996. It's a favorite of mine. Y'all are great. Mindy sends $6.69. Or no, $6.66.
That's a favorite number. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
The devil.
Which is me.
Next up, we got Jessica, who writes, for Sean's goat sound, and Sean is spelled, this is a first for me, Xiawn.
Clever with the X.
Clever with the X. Also, maybe racist? I can't tell. Jessica said 69 cents. Thank you, Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica.
Yeah, Chun.
Whoa. You're lucky it's you that said it, not you.
Say it one time, Josh.
No. I don't want to.
All right, ready? Us two together. 3, 2, 1.
Can't get me.
Next up, we got Mary, who writes, I think I missed my last donation message, so here's a new one. Sean, Jesus Christ, this one's spelled TSKAN. AWHN. Never seen the T started there. That's crazy. Sean, when are you leaving corporate America? Do we need to donate more? I'm still keeping an eye out for that $15 tier. Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. Mary sends a whopping $200.69. Mary.
Holy shit.
A $15 tier involves Sean doing some helicopter movements and body parts. You can just
Again,
imagine.
it just looks like this. Is it moving? That's
Is it?
incredible how it's
Is it
isolated.
paused? This video is paused. Or what?
The rest of his body's moving, but that is staying just ridiculously
Is
still.
that nub? Is that Kara's tail?
Jesus.
So thank you, Mary.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
an
thank
insane
you.
amount. Thank you so much. Also, I will look through our back and forth to see if I ever missed it. I'll read it again next week if I did.
Yeah,
But maybe I should just keep ignoring yours, Mary, because then you'll send $200. What the fuck? Thank you, Mary.
Yeah. I mean, two things with that is like the donations, the Venmo donations go to like we go to causes.
Yeah, it goes to other causes,
yeah.
not me.
Not directly to Sean. $15 tier, I would just feel bad that we would not give $15 members enough content.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But we can discuss. We can discuss that.
I mean, what would y'all want if there was a $15 tier?
We lock Wednesday live streams behind a paywall.
Oh, God. News to my ear. Oh, but that is it for the Venmos this week. Thank you guys so much for donating. You guys are truly the goats.
Hell yeah.
Just a reminder what Josh said. None of that goes to us.
None of that goes to us.
It goes straight to charity.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Exactly right. So not only do you get to be funny at the end of the podcast, accidentally, you're a good person, looks like.
Doesn't even matter if you make us say go Chiefs.
Yeah.
Still not saying it.
It's helping people. So thank you guys for the Venmos. Thank you guys for listening if you're still listening. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday or Wednesday or Friday. Who knows?
Hell yeah.
Bye.
Therapy.